Hello, fellow gardeners and fairy enthusiasts. Welcome back to Nature's Haven. Today, we're diving into the enchanting world of indoor fairy gardens. In this video, we'll show you how to create your very own miniature wonderland, teeming with magic and whimsy. If you're excited to embark on this journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for all the latest updates. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what indoor fairy gardens are all about. These are tiny, imaginative landscapes that bring a touch of enchantment indoors. They often feature tiny figurines, charming accessories, and of course, your favorite plant friends. Creating your own indoor fairy garden begins with choosing a container. It could be a glass terrarium, a wooden box, an old drawer, or even a teacup. The possibilities are endless, and it all depends on your style and available space. Next, let's discuss the plants. Choose plants that thrive in indoor conditions and are well suited for miniature gardens. Succulents, air plants, and miniature ferns are popular choices. Remember to research the specific care requirements for your selected plants. Now the fun part, designing your miniature landscape. Start by adding a layer of well-draining soil in your container. Create elevation with small stones and add moss to mimic a natural forest floor. Place your plants strategically, leaving space for your fairy tale elements. Here's where the magic happens. Add miniature figurines like fairies, gnomes, tiny houses, and bridges. You can even include whimsical elements like tiny furniture, lanterns, or miniature animals. These accessories bring your garden to life. Create a pathway using small pebbles, crushed shells, or even tiny winding streams with blue glass pebbles. This will guide the imagination and create a sense of adventure within your garden. For added charm, consider lighting options. String lights or miniature LED lanterns can be placed inside your garden for a cozy, magical glow in the evenings. These will make your indoor fairy garden truly captivating. Indoor fairy gardens require some care to keep them thriving. Make sure to water your plants as needed, provide them with proper light, and prune them if they outgrow their space. Additionally, check your fairy garden accessories for any dust or dirt that may accumulate. And there you have it, your very own indoor fairy garden, bursting with charm and enchantment. Whether it's a tranquil forest, a mystical village, or a hidden world of fairies, you've created a magical miniature oasis in your own home. Creating an indoor fairy garden is not only a delightful and creative endeavor, but it's also a wonderful way to bring the enchantment of the outdoors into your home. I hope you found this video inspiring and helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share your fairy garden stories and ideas in the comments below. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, keep dreaming and gardening. 1.1 What is an indoor fairy garden? The concept of indoor fairy gardens is a delightful combination of horticulture and imagination. These enchanting miniature landscapes transport us to a world of magic, whimsy, and endless possibilities. Indoor fairy gardens are essentially tiny gardens created inside containers, showcasing a harmonious blend of small plants, figurines, and accessories that come together to form a captivating, otherworldly tableau. These enchanting creations are limited only by your imagination and offer an opportunity to channel your inner child while simultaneously nurturing a green thumb. Whether you want to craft a mystical forest with fairies and gnomes, a quaint village nestled amidst succulents, or a whimsical scene inspired by your favorite fairy tale, the possibilities are as boundless as your creativity. 1.2 The enchantment of indoor fairy gardens. Indoor fairy gardens possess a unique and magical charm. They bring a touch of the great outdoors into your home, allowing you to experience the wonders of nature, even when you're confined within four walls. These little gardens captivate the imagination, providing a tranquil escape from the daily grind. The charm of indoor fairy gardens lies in their ability to transport you to a world where anything is possible. You can create landscapes that tell stories, conjure up childhood memories, or reflect your deepest desires. Whether you're an experienced gardener or just starting out, indoor fairy gardens offer a creative and rewarding endeavor. 1.3 A brief history of fairy gardens. The origin of fairy gardens can be traced back to ancient European folklore. These whimsical creations are often associated with the concept of secret, hidden worlds where fairies and mythical creatures reside. The world of indoor fairy gardens is a place of whimsy, imagination, and magic. Unearthing the roots of fairy gardens. 1.1 The origins of fairy gardens. Delving into the rich history of fairy gardens and their cultural roots. the intersection of folklore and gardening traditions that birthed the concept. 1.2 Revival of the fairy garden, the resurgence of interest in fairy gardens in recent years. How the concept has evolved from a niche hobby into a mainstream trend. 1.3 The power of imagination, understanding the role of imagination in creating and enjoying fairy gardens. The therapeutic and stress-relieving aspects of engaging in this creative hobby. Chapter 2. The basics of indoor fairy gardens. 2.1 Choosing the right container. A detailed exploration of various container options, including terrariums, wooden boxes, and teacups. Factors to consider when selecting a container, such as size, shape, and style. 2.2 Selecting the perfect plants. An in-depth discussion of plant options suitable for indoor fairy gardens. Tips for selecting plants that thrive in indoor conditions and stay miniature. 2.3 Soil and drainage. The importance of using well-draining soil for indoor fairy gardens. Exploring different soil mixtures and their suitability for various plant types. Chapter 3. Designing your miniature landscape. 3.1 Setting the stage. Preparing the container with soil and creating a foundation for your fairy garden. Adding moss to mimic the forest floor and create an enchanting atmosphere. 3.2 Plant placement. The art of strategically placing plants to create balance and harmony. Tips for selecting plants of various shapes, sizes, and textures. 3.3 Adding fairy tale elements. The fun part, adding miniature figurines like fairies, gnomes, tiny houses, and bridges. The significance of these elements in bringing your garden to life. 3.4 Creating a pathway. Designing pathways that guide the imagination and create a sense of adventure. Using materials like small pebbles, crushed shells, or blue glass pebbles to craft paths. Chapter 4. Lighting and ambience. 4.1 Lighting options. The use of lighting to add charm and create a magical glow. Exploring options such as string lights, LED lanterns, and candles. 4.2 Achieving ambience. Creating a tranquil, soothing atmosphere in your indoor fairy garden. The role of sound and sensory elements like water features and scents. Chapter 5. Care and maintenance. 5.1 Watering and plant care. Understanding the watering needs of your indoor fairy garden. Tips for keeping your plants healthy and vibrant. 5.2 Pruning and trimming. Techniques for maintaining the size and shape of your miniature plants. Tools and guidelines for safe pruning. 5.3 Cleaning your fairy garden. Keeping your fairy garden accessories dust-free and sparkling. Strategies for maintaining the overall cleanliness and appeal of your garden. Chapter 6. Showcasing your creation. 6.1 Sharing the magic. The joy of sharing your indoor fairy garden with friends and family. Hosting garden tours and events to spread the enchantment. 6.2 Themed fairy gardens. The endless possibilities for creating themed fairy gardens. Ideas for holidays, seasons, and special occasions. 6.3 The impact of indoor fairy gardens. How creating and caring for indoor fairy gardens can enhance your well-being. The soothing, therapeutic, and creative benefits of this hobby. Conclusion. The endless charm of indoor fairy gardens. In conclusion, indoor fairy gardens are a delightful and creative way to infuse your living spaces with a touch of enchantment and imagination. Whether it's a tranquil forest, a mystical village, or a hidden world of fairies, you've created a magical miniature oasis in your own home. The journey through the world of indoor fairy gardens is not just about gardening. It's about cultivating a sense of wonder and connection to nature, even within the confines of your indoor spaces. It's a reminder that no matter where we are, we can create magic and beauty. Your indoor fairy garden is more than just a personal project. It's a piece of art waiting to be showcased and shared. In this chapter, 6.1 Sharing the magic. Garden tours. Invite friends and family to take a tour of your indoor fairy garden. Sharing your creation in person allows you to explain the details, share the stories behind each figurine, and watch the enchantment light up the faces of your guests. Garden parties. Host a fairy garden-themed party where your guests can not only enjoy your miniature wonderland, but also create their own. Provide a variety of miniatures and supplies so everyone can unleash their creativity. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the world of indoor fairy gardens. If you found this guide inspiring and helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your fairy garden adventures. And remember, stay tuned for more gardening and DIY inspiration right here on Nature's Haven. Until next time, keep dreaming and gardening.